Great Saturday, everyone. All right, so today we're gonna look at trying to get this pressure washer started. I've got a suspicion it may have some bad gas in it. With these kind of seasonal things that sit up, for a few months at a time without being used, there's sometimes a tendency for the gas can start going bad, and it's got to get drained and changed out. And I've had this thing for, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 years or something, and I know I've never changed the spark plug on it, so I'm gonna do that. We'll see how this goes. So first I gotta get this cable off for the spark plug, and then I gotta see if I actually have the right spark plug, which it looks like I don't. Alright, so I'll come back to that. So on here, you got your gas tank here, and then you'll see some kind of line coming out of the gas tank, kind of going over to the carburetor, which is here. And so what I want to do is take that line off and start letting that gas drain out. And then I need to get another socket for my spark plug. So what I'm gonna do is just pop this line off right here. Pull this a little closer. So we're gonna take this off. Here's the gas tank itself, and that'll allow the fuel to drain right out of there. You do want to kind of be careful with these rubber hoses, especially if it's a little bit older, they can become brittle. And I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get another socket. Oh. Okay, so the fuel kind of went straight through the styrofoam or this plastic. Find something different. Okay, so I got a bigger socket for the spark plug here, and this one fits on it. And there are these, so this is made for spark plugs. It's got a little rubber gasket in there that helps grab the head of the spark plug. So you can just pull it right out. Okay, so here's your spark plug, and you can see it's got some use to it, but it doesn't look bad per se. Usually when a spark plug starts going bad, you'll have like that black carbon, like all the way up here. Everything will look singed. This one actually doesn't look too bad. So I'm just gonna take a piece of sandpaper, and I'm just gonna kind of clean this up a little bit. And so, in case you never knew or wonder how a spark plug works, so when the engine cycles, it generates an electric current that runs through here, and then it contacts between that little gap right there, and so that little spark creates a small, basically, explosion because of the gasoline that's in the reservoir, and that gives you the burst of energy that your engine needs for the combustion. So that's just kind of a little side note there. And there is a way that you can tell if the spark plug is bad or not. I don't really want to do it. Well, I can move. I was going to say with this gasoline right here, I didn't really. You wouldn't want to do this around anything that's flammable. So, we're gonna do this. All right, you can see, so that's what the gasoline did to the plastic. I wasn't even thinking about that. All right, so how you can test a spark plug is, so this is your spark plug wire. Okay, this is your wire here, and the little pointy end, the head goes in like so. And when you seat it in, it'll set itself in a kind of a little clamp housing here. And so to see if it's working or not, you can pull the mechanism, and you can see a spark going through there. So let's see here if I can get it close enough to show you. All right, so right there, you can see the little sparks. Okay, so that tells me the spark plug is good. So That's good because the one I bought was the wrong size anyway. Okay, so we'll just I'm gonna spray a little bit of WD-40 in there. This is kind of a little cheater's way of making an extra larger combustion. Maybe that'll give it a bit of a kickstart that it needs. So we shall see. So I'm just gonna get this installed back in there. I'll just kind of hand tighten it, and then use the ratchet to get it down there good and tight. Always remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. May sound corny, but I've used that all my life. Okay, so we got that screwed back in. Get that back on there. And we've got our fuel emptied. And so I'm gonna reattach this hose for the fuel line and then get the clamp back in place so it doesn't blow it off. Okay, so that's back in place, and let's see here. So this is your open and close on your fuel line. Alright. So let's put some fresh gas back in there. See what happens. This is the air filter. One thing, every engine, big or small, works on the same concepts, as long as it's a combustion engine. You'll have a fuel tank, a line to carry the fuel, a spark plug to spark the fuel, and a filter to clean the air coming into the intake. So we're gonna put that on choke. Cross my fingers. Alright folks, so I decided that this carburetor is shot, and I ordered a new one. So we're gonna change all this stuff out. So here's the new carburetor. and I'll kind of show you what all what all is worn out on this thing. So here it goes. And this is the again, this is the fuel line, so it's gonna drain out fuel again. Alright, so I'm just letting it fuel right out. What's going on? Let's see. See what I need to move over. This little wire here. Alright, and so you can see, I mean, these are exactly the same, so. Should just be a plug and play kind of deal. Now this new one came with a fuel filter, which there was not one on that other one. Sure. Thing's all the way up. So we're gonna need to cut some of this. We got this is just kind of like a breather, sort of, I guess. Probably for cooling helping to cool the engine. So put that on there and then clamp back, tighten back down. So right now I'm trying to replace these fuel lines. Put something new on there. So here I'm gonna put the filter in, out. Go, Molly. Do any of y'all have dogs that just like sit there and just watch you all the time? That's my Molly over there. Always got an eye on me. She's making sure I don't try to run off or something. She's clearly got abandonment issues for some reason. Okay, so let's see here. Here's the new gaskets. Trying to figure out how these gaskets go in place. Making sure it's got a good opening there. Everything can breathe. All right, back at it. So we got the fuel filter in place, got all the gaskets, and the new carburetor in place. So this is where this air breather hose connects to the back of this. Goes in right there. New air breather. I'll see if I can transfer these stickers over so that I'll remember where the choke is and such. So bam, just like that. Choke and run. Alright, and this new kit actually came with a spark plug. But I just replaced that, so. Won't be needing that. No parts left over. That's always good. Alright. Dang it. So I broke the tab on the new one. And my old one fits right on there. Har har. Okay. And there you have it, folks. As you just heard, it was running. So that was it. That was the carburetor.